Hello and a very good afternoon. It's a very hot and humid afternoon here at Welisara, and you're with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com, and rugby action continues for the 11th successive week, and we have an exciting encounter up on our hands here at Welisara. Army Sports Club playing host to CRNFC for the final match day of this Dialog Rugby League Week 11. Army Sports Club hosting here at Welisara. CRNFC not so alien to these conditions. They played a few games here as well, but Army has made Welisara their home ground, and they have built their momentum up from there. Not a very good season for Army as well. They've lost a lot of matches in the 10 weeks that they've played their rugby, but a lot to look forward to in this game, especially because there are certain improvements coming in from both sides. We'll wait and find out what they are. In the meantime, joining me alongside Nilhan Pereira. Nilhan, very good evening, very good afternoon to you, but conditions here are not looking so good for the players.
Very good afternoon, Inshaf. Yes, conditions are very hot and humid here. From the time we come to this ground, it has been all hot, and the sun is bathing on this Welisara ground, and the fitness levels will come into the intact in the last few minutes of the games in this game, Inshaf, with this high temperature.
I think the conditions are not ideal in the first 40 minutes, I would say, but come the second half, I think things should even out and the sun should be down as well. So conditions at the moment 29 degrees, but trust, mind you, it feels a lot more warmer than that, and the humidity factor is going to be a key factor. And expect the referee also to take that 1 minute break in between the 20 minutes of the half. So that's how the conditions are at the moment. We'll wait and see what these two teams have for us today. It's going to be an exciting clash in this Dialog Rugby League, mainly because CR and FC are fighting for that second spot, because the first spot is out of reach, but that second spot is well under threat from Police and Havelocks.
Yeah, Havelocks, after the loss, after they won against CHNFC after losing twice in the last 2 weeks, have come up in the points table, and also Police winning against the Air Force are giving a big challenge. And remember, Police will play CRNFC in the coming weeks of the Dialog Rugby League, and that game should be a cracker and a
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ. Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
The Six Nations, where emotion flows, pride bursts, and talent soars.
Wow, absolute wow.
Watch Six Nations on Rugby Pass TV.
A tradition that dates back over a century. Chaos that captures your heart and soul. An extravaganza you cannot miss. A new decade of familiar madness. March Madness 2020. Exclusive coverage on ThePapare.com.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
There is nothing quite like the Six Nations, where emotion flows, pride bursts, and talent soars.
Wow, absolute wow.
Get caught up in the tournament that stops the nations.
You cannot take your eyes off this game for a moment. It's a fairy tale finish.
Watch Six Nations on Rugby Pass TV.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
Welcome back to live action here at Welisara. You're locked on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. In the meantime, it has been an exciting week so far, Nilhan, entirely because of the amounts of tries that was scored in this week. We saw 3 exciting matches in the past 2 days. Take a look at that. First off, Havelock Sports Club 40 points to 37. What's interesting is that Season FC scored 6 tries and Havelock just scored 4 tries.
Yeah, the conversions which Hiroshi Sampath missed on that game came back to haunt the Gymkhana club. Havelocks took all the opportunities present to them when CHFC gave away a few penalties. Santosh Jalgama took all the points on offer on that game, and that points which they scored in the second half, early points. CHFC came back in the last 15 minutes or so with 3 tries, but couldn't overtake the Park Club on that day.
Police Sports Club were comfortably winning against their force, but then the game that was more interesting was the game yesterday. That was the home team Navy Sports Club playing Kandy Sports Club here. Last time when they came here and played Kandy, I think Kandy won in the final minute. They scored a final minute try courtesy of Shehan Lema Patiran. What a game he had last year. But this time also, I think there's a different nerve, a different feeling when Navy and Kandy meet. I think this rivalry has enriched the playing of rugby, and Navy also step up their game whenever they play Kandy.
Yeah, especially the first round game was also so close. Navy just missed out on the victory on 2 points, where Chatura Senuratna missed out a penalty. And yesterday, Navy scored a few tries. The Navy let Kandy score a few tries in first phase play that came back to haunt them.
Kandy Sports Club are comfortably on top. Their gap extends week by week. Very comfortable there that time. Police Sports Club at second place at the moment. CRNFC at third with a game in hand. 44 points they have. Then Havelock and Army. It has not been a good season for CH and Navy.
CH, I think with the players they have, that this has been a disastrous season for them. But Police has been the standout in this season. They have come forward, and CRNFC also with a game in hand. But if they can win this game with a bonus point, still they have a gap of 14 points.
What's interesting is the CRNFC will have to go back to Kandy next week. So this is going to be a good preparatory game for the Reds, because they're playing against Kandy at Nithavala. It's always going to be challenging. But take a look at that. Kandy Sports Club very clearly ahead. They are 16 points clear from Police Sports Club. That means they have 3 games in hand. And even if they lose those 3 games, there's a still probability that they are yet going to be the Dialog Rugby League champions.
They have 3 straight home games also. That is another factor in favor of the champions Kandy SC. And come back into this game, CRNFC coming with a victory over Air Force, and this man was on fire last Friday.
Janet Dilshan, I think ever since he moved from 13, made that switch from 13 to 14, I think he's just regained back his usual playing pattern. He used to play 13 in the first few games, had a wonderful first few opening games for Dialog Rugby League. Then there's a slight pushback from Janet Dilshan, and then now he came back. But this gentleman on your screen has been unstoppable. 98 points, and he's clearly been the number 1 player for me in this Dialog Rugby League.
The man who controlled all the moves of Kandy after Nigel been injured, and he has been the playmaker, and he has made the difference for the champions this year round. And hope to continue this form in the next 3 weeks coming in this Dialog Rugby League.
Candice, CRNFC playing Army has always been a special encounter, especially because of the competitiveness. We saw the Army players, in fact, win comprehensive encounters at Longdon Place, but that was not the case last time around. CRNFC were the better team. There was a wonderful try scored by Ashan Bandar assisting there to Manoj Bandar, the captain. Captain is not playing today in the starting 15. We'll wait and see about that later. But then I think CRNFC had that composure early in that first round to come back strong, to control their game, and to make sure that they got that game through to the 80th minute.
Yeah, they took all the scoring opportunities also. At half time, they led by 2 points, but that all 12 points came from the boot of Reza Mubarak. In the second half, this try from Janet Dilshan made the difference in that game and took the momentum
Wonderful interception from Janet Dilshan, but Reza Mubarak was outstanding, got the player of the match, Dialog View player of the match for that game as well. But then Janet Dilshan, I think what a season he's had.
Yeah, after this game, he continued his form as a series, putting over the points, and CRNFC finally dominating the second half thoroughly. Supun Varnakula Surya going over there, and Mubarak continuing his good form with the boot. And today he will be starting from the bench, and that's another big blow for Sia.
Not really, Nilhan. I was looking at that's about the kicking lineup for CRNFC. CRNFC winning that earlier first round game, 33 points to 10. They have the likes of Reza Mubarak. They have the likes of Murshid Zubair. I think he's put his hand up in the last 2 games. Then they have returning player Steven Sivaraj. I think Sivaraj was out due to an injury, but now he is fit to go. So they have the luxury of 3 place kickers. I think most of the teams, even Kandy Sports Club, don't have that luxury. They have the likes of Tarinder Ratwat, and then second coming will be Srinath Surya Bandara. But in the case of CRNFC, there are 3 options for the coaching staff. Coach Dushant Liuke not making the bench today. So Mohammad Mushtaq will be in charge of CRNFC for the evening. So with that luxury, I think CRNFC are in a better footing than any other club in this Dialog Rugby League.
Yeah, but the forwards is the area that CRNFC is lacking a bit in this Rugby League this year. Backs have turned on the youngsters. Good centre combinations and good wing 3 quarters the CRNC, but the forwards is what lacking in for Sia.
Sia are coming in with a very young outfit. It's interesting if they could get that combinations right. Also, I think CRNFC will be interesting to see if what will happen in the front row combinations. Young combination this time around. Milan Veera Singh continuing to be the first choice option from coach Dushant Liuke. In the meantime, Supun Varnakula, I think, has handled that front row quite really well in the past few games. I think that has been a key to success as well. But not forgetting Omar Gunratna, who finally makes a start after missing out last week's game.
Yeah, the Omar's experience will bring more playing type for CRNFC, and Shah Fernando also should reduce the number of yellow cards. Otherwise, he has been a good player for the London Place outfit.
But I think Army Sports Club had a decent game last week playing against Kandy. I think everyone expected this to be one-sided, but then Army came up with a surprise package, almost stunned Kandy a few phases. I was talking to Tarinder Ratwat after that game. He said it's one of the hardest matches he's played in this season entirely.
Yeah, the first round game was Candy dominated from the start, and Army improved a lot after that defeat at Nithavala, and they gave a good fight for the champions last week, and all expected a close game, and we got a close game last week also. So, hoping for another one today, inshallah.
So we've seen exciting rugby league action for 11 weeks. We're on to the 12th week next week. So week 12, 13, 14, Kandy Sports Club are going to play in Kandy. In the meantime, clubs of CR, Police and Havelock will be battling it out for that second place. But mind you, there is a super round, so that's going to decide who takes 2, 3 and 4. I think the first position is almost done and dusted.
Yeah, dominating all the clubs in this league. At the beginning, we did not expect Candy to perform like this, but going forward, they have performed well.
Here's a look at the Army lineup. Ranjan Jayaratna, Shanaga Lakmal and Shehan Silva. So Coach Henry Terence has made that change in the forwards. Then we go to the second row. Nalaga Maduranga, Sanjay Ratnayaka. Manoj Vikramarth is going to be an X-Factor player for the Army side alongside Upula Verathan, who returns to that position once again at flanker alongside Danuka Vijay Tilaka. Then Chamat Fernando. Chamat Fernando has been the most developed player in this Dialog Rugby League, and I think he's put his hand up for that number 9 spot ahead of Manoj Bandara, who was the opening number for number 9. Then Ashan Bandara has always been very reliable at number 10. Sudhara Dikumaro, almost as always, he's the firepower in this Army Sports Club side alongside Tomasi Kausao. I think the last 2 matches that Army won, I think Kausao played a very impactful role. Tusit Sananayaka at outside centre, Lahiru Ratnayaka alongside Isuru Madagedara. So Dilipani Roshan, Samira Burat Singhala, Tarindu, Manoj Bandara, the captain, Ijaz Mohammed, Danushka Pushpa Kumara, Tarindu Bandara, in fact Sachin Gamage and Madhusanka Chandrasekhara will be the replacements for Army Sports Club.
Looking at the CRNFC, Milan Suranga and Supun Varnakurusuri will lead the forward line with Dilshan Jaya, and the lock combination of Dilshan, Shah Fernando and Shema Veerasinghe starts for the first time in this season. He will be partnered in the flanking position is Wajid Fahmi, and Skipper Marker is backed after suspension, and the 9-10 combination of Rahul De Silva and young Khalid Nandila, Murshid Zubair and Dinuk Kamarasinghe. This has been a good centre combination for the London Players outfit, and the 2 wingers Welisara fight in the Sri Lankan Sevens cap, and Janat Deshan moving back from that centre position into wing 3, and Kevin Dixon starting at the number 15. Replacements Induvara Hiranta, Udar, Shehan, Jero, Harit Bandar, Welisara fighting, and Steven Sivaraj. They have some good replacements to come in the second half, inshallah.
Indura Bimsar, Budara Gan, Zirudananzer, Riza Mubarak starting from the bench, Hirant Manarendra, Shehan Niranda, Harit Bandara, and Steven Sivaraj making a comeback to Dialog Rugby League after a series of injuries. So it's interesting to see. What's interesting is how the number 10 position rotates around CRFC. We saw Chana Chandimal claiming rights to it. Then they tried the likes of Murshid Zubair, but I think the coaching staff have understood Zubair to be more of a utility player, so they put him in the midfield. But I think Nandila has a lot of responsibility on his hands if he wants to turn things around, because ever since Stalin Ratwat left this outfit, I think they've not been able to find a permanent replacement for number 10.
Yes, they are using Khalidullah Nandila. I think bringing Steven Sivaraj into the bench, I think he will come in the second half and play at that crucial number 10 position, and the change in that centre combination with Dinuk Kamarasinghe with Murshid Zubair have turned well for coach Dushan Luke.
I think I'm interested to see how Amar Singh and Zubair combine, because both of these players coming fresh from school. Shrabi Zubair played in 2019, Dinuk Kamarasinghe in 18, as in fact in 17. So they both have experience. Amar Singh has plentiful of experience in himself, because he's continuously played for Hablocks and then for Sri Lanka as well. But Murshid Zubair has a lot to prove in the midfield jersey. So let's see if Zubair has something up on his sleeve. In the meantime, the referees for the evening, Ishan Kabekon, Kalum Sandurwan and Ravin Alexander will be the assistants for the day. So looks like CRNFC are out here with the purpose. I think they know the importance of getting that bonus point win, Nilhan. At any point, I think now at the moment, the bonus point is going to be a very crucial factor if they need to finish on a high note.
Yes, inshallah, we look firstly to score the 4 tries in this game and take that bonus point, because coming up they have a game against Kandy next week, and after that they go and face Police Sports Club at Police Park, so that's another big game for them. London plays red shirts if they want to claim this second position.
A lot of usual numbers missing from Army. Shahan Silva, the only seasoned campaigner in the front row. The missing Aravinda Karunaratne was an impactful front row for Army. Army Sports Club will kick things off from right to left. Referee checking with the CRNFC captain. And looks like we are good to go for the final game of match week 11. Not the start Asham Bandara wanted, but it goes to 10 meters. Good collection from Dikkumra. Gayan Zaman committing to that tackle, but he's been brought down. And in the meantime, I think a good pressure brought in from Sharo Fernando that time. Concedes a knock-on. So first opportunity goes in favor of CRNFC.
Good work from Sharo, getting that mistake from that Army player and taking the position back to the CRNFC early stages in this game, and it's an important scrum for both teams. The first scrum of the game, it will test this young front row for CRNFC, how they will plan out with this Army Sports Club forwards as they lock in for this first scrum. Raul De Silva to feed in.
Umar Gunratne at the back of that scrum will go into the hands of Dinu Amar Singh. Amar Singh crashes through the middle. CR going for the short numbers. Out to Jaya. Still keeping the ball with themselves. Here comes Rahul De Silva with the kick. Not the best of kicks. Goes going up was Sachin Gamage. Referee says that's good to go. But not that time.
Number 29.
Early chance for CRNFC. Mushir Suber looking for a good touch find to take his team into that 22-meter line.
Filling the shoes of Riza Mubarak as the first choice for kicking duties. I think he's done a decent job in the first few games he was in charge. There you go, that was the infringement. Intentionally knocking on the ball. First attacking opportunity opening up for CRNFC. We'll go for Wajid Fawmi. Good collection from Fawmi. Now Rahul De Silva out to Kalindu Nandila. Nandila tries to cut inside. Still going Nandila. Good passage of play from the youngster. Now Rahul. Back to Gayan Jayaman. Jayaman finds a decent yardage for CR and Kansi and wins his team a penalty. Not rolling away is the infringement.
Decision making time for skipper Omaka. Will he go for the touch and straight away Omaka pointing for the post. Early 3 points in offer for London players. Mushir Shubair given the chance to go for the points, and Army on the other hand giving away unwanted penalty. The second penalty, first one for an intentional knock on, now not rolling away from the tackler. So early mistakes from the soldiers, giving away an easy chance for Subair to see the replay of that infringement from Army.
There you go, tackling man brought down that time and not rolling away. So second infringement coming in from Army in the lapse of 3 minutes.
Subair with the final looks at his post. Concentration levels are high and looking to get this 3 points and take his team to his lead as Subair goes through. And that's two, and that's early 3 points for CRNFC with the boot of Mushir Subair.
exactly the start that CRNFC would have wanted to have in this crucial game. Should give up the and should liven up the spirits for these CRNFC lads.
And Army on the other hand, to see another replay of that penalty kick.
Easy going for Murshid Zubair that time. This time getting it right to the restart. Crashing hit on Dinu Kamarasinghe from Kausau, his counterpart from Army Sports Club. Now Rahul is once again using the kick to go into the hands of Sachin Gamage. Gamage this time makes no mistake. Good collection from Sachin Gamage. Keeps the ball alive. Now Mathagadar acting as halfback. Advantage once again. Cardinal error coming in from Army Sports Club, and that's a knock on.
This has been the order of the day for the Army Sports Club in this 4 minutes. Getting the opportunities and throwing it away. They started off with a knock on now. Again had an ideal platform to attack at the CRNFC side, but unfortunately a knock forward, giving the possession back to Sia. And an ideal chance in the middle of the field, CRNFC having a scrum. And Sia dominated that first scrum. And we'll look to continue that momentum forward in this half as Rahul De Silva feeding in this second scrum of the game.
Set, steady.
Now De Silva
Stay.
takes his time for the ball to settle in. Here comes Omar Gunaratne. Breaks onto the open side. Still going Gunaratne. Good meters gain from the captain. De Silva once again. Out to Sharo. Sharo back to Nandila. Nandila's trying to split out wide. Now Rafaidin. Good thumping tackle on him from the Army player. And the offense has paved way for another line out. But by the looks of it, CRNFC have won rights to that line out.
The Army turned the ball over there and unfortunately was one allowed to touch. And another chance for Supunwarna Kurusuli and his forwards to attack this Army lineup early on in this game.
March Madness, just a quick update about March Madness, starts way before March. That's on 27th with the Thurston Isbatana game. Do catch us on live and exclusively on your number one sports at ThePapare.com. In the meantime, here comes CRNFC with the likes of Gayan Jayaman.
Rahul looking to use the short side. Big hit from finally being brought down. Now Sia looking for options.
Now De Silva once again. They want to give his forwards a go. Here comes Omar Gunaratne, coupling it with Supunwarna Kulasurya. De Silva once again. Now Nandila. They want to put in that inside movement. Lovely piece of work from Nandila that time. Dinu Kamarasinghe still going. Now Rahul De Silva needs to send this out quick. Puts in a cheeky kick. Janu Dilshan is chasing, but Mathagadar will get through to it. And that's gone right into touch.
Good work from Janu Dilshan after knowing that he will lose that run chase and putting Mathagadar out of the playing area and taking that line out throw in that own 22, and that's another ideal platform. Here we see a good inside pass from Nandila to Rafaidin now. And kick there by Kevin Dixon. Good collection from Mathagadar, but good tackle there from Janu Dilshan, bundling him to touch.
Second opportunity opening up once again. Wajid Fahmy has been very reliable for CRNFC this season. Once again, Omar Gunaratne trying to carve out some space in the middle. None given for him from the Army forwards. CRNFC, a little bit sloppy that time. Gayan Jayaman breaching his way through the Army defense line. Now Nandila, not the best of passers. Murshid Zubair collects it.
Back.
And that time, for the third consecutive occasion, I think Army Sports Club have just given away another penalty.
That's Sudargadi Kumar being penalized for not entering the ruck from the gate, and another ideal chance for Sia. And now Sia opting to go for the touch, getting a good 15 meters forward, nearing the 5-meter line. An ideal chance to strike again in this Soldiers red zone. See another replay there. The Kumbura being penalized for a side entry. Varnakula Surya with the throw in.
Once again, another line out opening up for CRNFC. It's been ideal range for a rolling maul. We'll wait and see if CRNFC have any intentions of mauling that one. Good pressure coming in for Army. And it's a turnover ball. But that's not going to help the Army lads. Sanaga Lakmal that time running out into touch. He had no idea as to where the line out was. So once again, Army Sports start backpedaling in this opening few minutes. See, that's what's important, Nilhan. You need to make sure you get your first few phases right. You need to be mindful of that penalty rate as well. That's what went wrong for Candy yesterday. They could have won that game a little bit more better, slightly easier than what they won it yesterday.
Yeah, more penalties conceded, more yellow cards. CRNFC having a second go now, looking to use their backs. Nandila.
Here comes Dinu Kamarasinghe crashing through the midfield. Now quick numbers needed for CR. Here comes Raul Silva. Finds space. CR will need to fasten things up. Oh, just as you tell that. Holding on is the call coming in from the referee Sharo Fernando that time.
Just giving away a portion back to Army SC. Sia had two chances, missed out on the first line out. They got another one. They didn't go for the rolling maul. Used their backs and lost the ball. And now
time taken quickly. Kevin Dixon collecting that ball. Kausau not fine in touch. Now CRNFC once again on the attacking spree. Omar Gunratna trying to look for some space. Now Jaya. Good support play coming in. CRNFC looking to build face as thumping tackle by Sachin Damagiri on Dinu Kamarasinghe.
No.
Now Gunratna once again trying to give it out quick to Tuan Jaya.
Go back.
Now Gayan Jayaman
Roll away. Back.
using the short side. Now Rahul Disila wants to shift directions. Cheeky offload from Milan Veerasinghe.
Roll away.
Now Nandila will put in the kick once again. Zanat Dilshan will chase the kick. Slightly overcooked that time. Once again, I think the kicking strategy is not working out too well in the first few minutes for CRNFC.
time stopped by a referee. There was an injury
Number 22.
for Army player. As you said, Dinshav, that cross-kicking game has not been going good for CRNFC. I think they should play that game, play some faces with the forwards and then commit more defenders. Giving a warning to Army for their offside infringements, asking the players to stay within the offside lines. And now CRNFC going back to their kicking game. I think it's too early for them to use this cross kicks and hope that Janendra Dilshan can collect them, but that ploy hasn't worked so far.
Schools Rugby League, an all exciting Schools Rugby League, Nilghan. It's going to be back on the 4th of March exactly. That's the kickoff, March 4th, St. Peter's College playing Dharmaraja. And it's going to be an all new exciting Schools Rugby League, and a lot of activities, a lot of engagement, a lot of games planned in this Schools Rugby League. So a lot to expect in this March madness.
Yeah, the best rugby in Sri Lanka is played at schools level, and that's what all the fans are waiting for, to cheer for their alma mater. An exciting league coming to you live from ThePapare.com here.
So if you have not yet booked your calendars, I think do make sure you check out the fixtures on Sri Lanka's #1 sports of ThePapare.com/schools rugby. We've got everything covered from A Division to Division 2 onwards, Division 2C. So make sure you book your calendars and make sure you get in with the action from the Schools Rugby League. So we have seen the end of the Dialog Rugby League, and then I think rugby continues to the school section. But in the meantime, things not looking really good for Army. This time, the man on the ground is Shehan Silva, one of the seasoned campaigners for Army Sports Club. He looks to be in a lot of pain. Doesn't seem to be able to continue this game. Kausav also seeing to his injured player. He knows how important Shehan Silva is if they need to turn things around in this game.
Coach Henry Terrence making the changes and bringing him into the lineup, and this is very unfortunate to see him being stretched off the field.
So replacements already coming in. Dilip Niroshan comes in for Shehan Silva, but Shehan Silva's absence is going to be something crucial for the soldiers, because Shehan Silva is one of the seasoned campaigners. He's been playing his rugby for over 5 or 6 seasons here at Army Sports Club. And for a match like this, I think experience counts over everything else.
The experience is the difference between these two forward packs. FCC, a young CRNFC pack going ahead with this experienced Army team who has been playing together for, as you said, in Shah for good 6-7 years. And to lose this experienced player, that will be a huge blow for the soldiers.
Let's wait and see if Dilip Niroshan can live up to the expectations. In the meantime, I think the humidity factor is affecting both sides. But in the meantime, CRNFC have with themselves another opportunity.
Good chance if they can steal this line out. They should contest this and try to get this line out themselves. Army with the first throwing of the game. CRNFC had few chances, could not take the maximum out of it. And now they are in the Army red zone and looking to steal this line out. As you said, a good steal there. Supun Warnakul Surya could not collect. Good work from Shanaka Lakmal there.
There you go. Once again, I think all that good work coming in from Shanaka Lakmal goes to waste when you give away a position like that. So third handling error coming in for Army, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them very much when it comes to the final few minutes of the game. And it's costing them at the moment as well. So this is something that the forwards will need to address way before going forward.
Yeah, the third handling error, as you said, the first one costed them 3 points. Sia got that advantage and went forward and got the 3 point. And now an ideal chance in the 22 meter for CRNC forwards to give a fight and try to get some points and come back from the scrum. Third scrum of the game. He has been dominating at scrum time in these first 3 scrums. Rahul De Silva with a feeding.
Mind you, there is Dilshan has joined the open side. There is no player, so expect CRNFC to use one of their set pieces. Still going CR. Here comes Umar Gunratna, bursting through the middle. Still going Umar Gunratna. Inches close to that try line. Now CR need quick ball. CRNFC trying to use their forwards now. Varnakula Surya combining. He needs to know that
Number 7
padding
offside.
also
Advantage.
an indication of the try line. Referee has advantage, and that's the first try coming in. Milan Veerasinghe should be his first try. He'll score in this Dialog Rugby League. And once again, I think that try was coming ever since that scrum was taken. Nilhan, wonderful piece of work from Umar Gunratna first off.
Umaka bursting through the tacklers first through. Now Kausao coming in and tackle him down. And then they had that penalty advantage. They used their forwards and they played patiently few phrases, as you said. And now CCA, the big forward, making few yards, and Milan Veerasinghe collecting and going over for the first try. And as you said earlier, CRNFC coming back after that penalty knock forward there from Army, and now getting the 5 points, and Subair easily putting away the extras, and that's a 10-point lead for CRNFC in this last game of week 11.
This was just gifted points coming in from Army Sports Club. That infringement, and the earlier 3 points also gifted from Army for one of their infringements. So Army Sports Club still backpedaling from that last week of action. They had a decent week against Kandy, and they need to make sure that they get themselves fixated on this. They considered 10 points, but there is more to this game, and that's how you look forward to games. And there's something more than 25 minutes remaining in this first half. And they need to score the next phase.
High hanging kick from Udar trying to collect the ball. No one collects it. Now Ami gets the territory back.
This time good collection coming in from the Soldiers. Good pressure from CR, but Army Sports Club have retained position. Sachin Gamage looking for options. Has Ashan Bandara on to his right. Will not go for Bandara, but to pull Aberatna. Aberatna very experienced in the third row.
Last foot, back, get back.
Changing directions. This time no. Gamage wants to go to Bandara. Now Kausau trying to break through. Good tackle on him from the CR players, but then again the pressure came to haunt the Army players.
There was no forward there from Army, and the collection was done by the Army player in front of their player, so the penalty being awarded to CR, and this has been the fifth penalty that the Army has conceded in this game, and going with that 3 handling errors, and it has been a struggling 15 minutes for the Soldiers.
I think that has been the story for Army Sports Club, and CRNFC very comfortable enough to pounce on those mistakes from Army, and I think that's helping them. There you go, take a look at that. Kausau. Okay, the ball was knocked on, and then so there you go, that collection there was just in front of the player. So Army Sports Club are losing out on the cardinal options.
Basic errors from Army, giving CR the chance, and Murshid Zubair getting his team a good 30 meters forward, and Varnakuru Surya with the
this time goes to Sharo Fernando, and by the looks of it the ball has been turned over.
Knock
now
forward.
Army, not the best of passes you want to throw, especially when you have position with you, but referee will bring back play for the infringement.
There was a knock forward there. Murshid Zubair missing out on that opportunity. He had a few space to run in, unfortunately couldn't gather the ball, so giving out possession back to Army. The first mistake from CR.
It's nice to see senior players like Umar Gunratna and Rizu Mubarak, Rizu Rafaedin, of course, trying to liven up the spirits of Murshid Zubair. He committed a mistake, but then a pat on the back, I think, should once again put Murshid Zubair back on track. He's had a decent 70 minutes so far.
A decent 17 minutes, and that will take his confidence a bit high after that mistake, knowing that your captain and the vice captain.
Advantage played in favour. Infringements in the scrum.
That was a try scorer, Milan Suranga, standing on that scrum there, giving away a penalty. Now Madagedra looking to take his team forward, and this time he finds touch. So
finally something's working right for the Soldiers. Earlier time Kausau tried to find touch, it went into the hands of Kevin Dixon. Isuru Madagedra fit in the shoes of Gayan Sarin, not making the Army Sports Club team cards in the last few games. Looks like Isuru Madagedra has put his hand up, and I think Army are very happy to have Madagedra a one-to-one replacement in terms of place kicking, I would say. Now Dilip Niroshan, good collection, but Army still having butterfingers that time, and there you go, that's the infringement that CRNFC were hoping and praying for. They've got what they deserved.
The first knock forward was from CRNFC, and the second one was from Army. So if we going back to that CRNFC knock forward and giving the ball to Army SC, there CR contested that line out and looked to steal it, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball to their side. So giving an scrum to Army.
Crouch.
Chamath Fernando
Fine.
going to feed into the scrum. First scrum which Army having.
Here comes Fernando, back to Asham Bandara, now to Kausau. Kausau looks for options, finds Madagedra. Lovely tackle on him from Dinu Kamarasinghe. Now Army looks still going. Now to Dhanuka Vijayatilaka. Vijayatilaka is being stormed down onto the ground by the CR defense. Now Chamath Fernando puts in a kick, not the best of options. Here comes the CRNFC counter attack. This is dangerous. in that switch to Navy Sports Club. And after that, he made his way on to Havelock Sports Club, where last year was actually tremendous. Umesh Madhusan and Shahrukh Fernando combining for Havelock Sports Club, and then he continues to do the same thing back at CRNFC.
He will bring that morale and that aggression into the CRNFC outfit, and it has been his negative thing in his career has been the yellow cards he's given away. So Coach Luke would have spoken with Sharo about that. Last game also missed out on that.
Very eager beaver, Shahrukh Fernando. Wants to pounce on every opportunity he gets.
He's not afraid to put his body on the line for his team. And that has been a feature of his career throughout this 10 years he is playing. And the players getting that important water break under this hot and humid conditions here at Welisara. We saw this yesterday also. Coach, referee Priyantha Gunaratna giving water breaks in both of the halves.
Conditions rather decent, I would say, for rugby. So this hoping that these conditions continue to stay towards March, especially with the big matches. We don't want your big match to be spoiled by rain.
Definitely one of the exciting games of big matches is the Jopi that everybody looks forward. And now CRNFC looking to go forward. Good tackle there from Army.
I think I almost thought for a half chance that was a knock on, but referee says we are good to go. Umar Gunratna once again slipping left and right, trying to find space for his team. Now Rahul De Silva will look to give it to Supun Varnakula Surya. Varnakula Surya goes down with from the defense. Here comes Kevin Dixon, finds a break there. This ball is still in play, says the referee. So CRNFC right there in support. Now Sharo finds Supun Varnakula Surya. Varnakula Surya goes through the middle. Thumping tackle on him from Kausau. Kausau has been everywhere in this defensive effort from Army. Here comes Dinu Kamarasinghe. Breaks through the middle. This is exciting rugby. Lovely offload out to Riza Rafaelin. Rafaelin still going.
Ball pops out. Now again CRNFC looking to go forward.
Now Jaya. And referee will bring back play. I think there was a slight knock on from the Army player there. I think he was all out to hold on to that ball. I think very unfortunate that time. Army did all the hard work, was not able to hold on to that ball.
That was Nalaga Madhuranga there, knocking it forward for the soldiers, and another chance for CRNFC. Looked threatening on that occasion with Dinu Kamarasinghe finding that gap and offloading it to Riza Rafaelin. But Army defense was up to the task.
I haven't seen too much of Dinu Kamarasinghe this time around. Here you go. This is one of the rare bits of Dinu Kamarasinghe. Barges off, sends in that wonderful offload. There you go. Take a look at that. The ball pops out. It was anyone's ball.
I think the knock forward was
a slight knock forward from the Army player.
When the ball came out of that truck, the knock forward occurred. And now Omar Gunaratna trying to run, but offload it to.
Here comes Nandala, wonderful inside ball once again. Second time he's done that move for CR. Here comes Nandila, spreading it out wide. Almost an interception, but referee will give him back play for an inside infringement. And by the looks of it, he's not happy with how Army have continued to play.
Trying to get that interception there, Sudaraka Kumara. Referee giving the penalty for that international knock on forward. And now decision making time for Sia. Will they go for the points or will they opt for the line out? Murshid Zubair looking to go for the touch. They had few chances early on in this 23 minutes. But could not capitalize in this rolling mauls and the line out moves they had in this game. Hope that Supun Varnakula Surya and co can get something from this line out for CRNFC.
Opportunity opening up for CRNFC. Once again they failed on 2 attempts in the very Same position, Nilhan. Let's see if they could get themselves right. Vadi Swami, very reliable once again. The rolling ball has been formed. Army Sports Club under pressure. The ball has come into the hands of Umar Gunratna. Here comes CRNFC. Still going CR. Now brought to ground. Rahul Disilla giving way for his forwards. Now Rahul. Umar Gunratna combining that effort. Still going CRNFC. Now Rahul has numbers, has space in middle. At least a high tackle coming in from Kausau. And referee will bring back play for the penalty. Would have been a definite try scoring opportunity opening up for CR. Rahul Disilla seeking that space.
Tried to sneak in, but a high shot from Army. Very lucky if he gets this one through. Kausau there.
Now the ball comes out to Kain Nandia. Now Amar Singh. Amar Singh tries to go through the middle. Amar Singh puts in a cheeky offload. And here comes try number 2. Murshid Zubair. What a piece of work from Dinu Amar Singh.
Beautiful work from Amar Singh. Taking the 2 defenders and putting that cheeky offload. He has been doing this throughout his time at Havelocks. And now continue to do this. And putting this youngster Murshid Zubair over the line. And an easy try for CRNC, and we have to give credit for Rahul De Silva also. Not going further forwards, giving the ball to Nandila. And Dinu Kamarsekar taking it there and putting this young man over the line. 15 points for CR. And Army struggling in this first half. I see the replay there. Amar Singh going through 2 defenders, now offloads it. Timely offload to Zubair. And it was easy finish for Murshid Zubair. And he adds the extra, so that's 17 points for CRNFC. And they continue to pile on the points here at Welisara. Army on the other hand, it has been defending all throughout this game for the Soldiers. They should reduce their mistakes and look to build on few phases of play and try to test this CRNC defense, which still has not been tested in this 27 minutes of play, and that's very rare in this Dialog Rugby League. And Army has been doing a bulk of defense in this game. Deep restart from Madagedara there. Good collection from Jantu Dilshan. Rahul De Silva puts the booming kick, and it gains 50 meters forward for CRNFC. Now Army has a chance. They have to slow down this game and play to their pace and try to play some phrases and test the CRNFC defense, which has not been tested yet.
Waited.
Now Army. Shanil Akmal with the throw in. Goes to the first pocket. Now advantage play for Army. Free play now for the Soldiers. And referee going back to that offside infringement. Decision making time for Army. Will they go for the points? Takes a quick tap. Sudarka Digumura, the playmaker for Army. Gains the yards now. Madagedara trying to spark that gap. Offloads the ball. And now Army looking to straighten the things up with the big Jayaratna going into contact. And now Army spreading the ball wide to the wider channels. Building up few phrases. This is good to see from the Army Sports Club. Now CRNFC giving away unwanted penalty, and could be a yellow card coming up for CRNFC here. Sharu Fernando, we spoke about this earlier on, the negativeness of his game, and now getting a yellow card and spending 10 minutes in the bench. And Army SC, Kausau taking a quick tap, trying to run through the CRNFC defense, which has not retrieved the 10 meters.
Here comes Samat Fernando out of Dilip and Roshan. Combining well, now Army with momentum will need to make maximum use of this opportunity. Now Manoj Aberatna trying to carve up some space in the defense. Now Bandara has the ball with himself. He'll put in the long cutout pass to Tusita Naika, not the best of passes. Isuru Madagada is right there to clean it out. But referee will bring back play for the initial infringement. Sharo Fernando once again playing it dirty in that infringement there.
And this is for the 10 meters. CRNFC did not retrieve the 10 meters after that penalty. An ideal chance for ideal chance for Army. What will they opt for? They took a quick tap and gained few yards.
Options opening up for the Soldiers. In the meantime, CRNFC more worries opening up for the Reds. By the looks of it, it looks like Supun Varnakulasure is on the ground. We'll wait and see if we have a confirmation. So, Army Sports Club, they have a penalty with themselves. The lineout has been very functional. Here you go, take a look at that. This was the initial infringement. Take a look at where Sharo Fernando is at the moment. There you go. That was clearly dangerous coming in from Fernando. So he had to be on the wrong place at the wrong time. And now Army Sports Club should ideally kick this out into touch and to see if they could work it out from there.
That was Shemar Weerasekara who was down for CRNFC. He's up, so
Weerasekara missing a major part of this Dialog Rugby League, but he has been an integral part. That's why this coaching staff finds him very important to be playing in this game, because Shamal's work rate, his ability to take man-to-man has been very impressive, and that's what he brings to the table. I remember the matches he played in the last year as well. Every match he played, he was a very impactful player, and also won the Player of the Match title quite a number of occasions. So that's exactly why he's a part of this team.
Coach!
That impact and that combination with Wajid Fahmy also making it a deadly combo. And now Army taking that scrum option.
Here comes Samat Fernando playing with an advantage. Ashan Bandar out to Kausa. Kausa puts in a no-look pass to Sudhara Dikumara. Has numbers. Will have to put the ball to Mathagedara. Mathagedara, it's a foot race. And Mathagedara will get through. Isuru Mathagedara will score the first try for Army Sports Club.
That was in the coming where CRNFC gave away a few penalties. And Army finally taking the maximum out of it. And bringing, cutting down the deficit down. And good work from the Kumara there also. Putting Isuru Mathagedara into space, and Mathagedara had to just pass through Jonathan Dilshan and go over for the first try for the Soldiers. See a replay here. Fernando to Kausawa, putting the long pass to Tikkumura, taking that, committing that two defenders, Dixon and Jonathan Dilshan, and they could not caught Mathagedara at that time.
At that time, I think Sudhara Dikumura did exactly what Dinu Kamarasinghe did on the earlier occasion. Committed two players onto him, giving Mathagedara that space and that pass, and then Mathagedara had all that pace to run on to score the first try. He has a chance of adding 2 more points to the try he just scored.
These 2 points will be a valuable addition for Army. Looking at the post, looking to get this 2 points. And Army in the first chance they got in this game, taking that 5 points through the try, and Mathagedara that goes astray. So unfortunately, couldn't add the extras there. It was good signs from Army. They had the first chance of this first half, and they're coming back with 5 points.
I think that's a good indication that this game we are in for an exciting second half. But if Army could score another break just before halftime, I think that should set the tone for the second half. currently at the moment CRNFC not under any possible pressure. 5 points to 17. There's a 12-point deficit between the two scores. So what's important is that if Army Sports Club somehow or the other manage to creep in a few points in the next 8 or 7 minutes that we have, I think that's going to be a good setting for the second half.
And this will be crucial 8 minutes of play where Shah Fernand will stay in the bench, so a numerical advantage for Army also. Quick hands, but unfortunately giving away possession.
Numerical advantage, but when you throw passes like that, that's not going to help you at any day. So once again, the infringement game is very strong with Army, and their handling errors are continuing to pile up. This is something Army had been committing from the very first game they've played. It's disappointing to see how things have not been fixed even after that, after we've seen 10 weeks of Dialog Rugby League action.
These have been basic errors, and these handling errors, I think it was a 7th or 8th handling error that Army did in this 33 minutes of play. And another ideal chance for CRNFC as Rahul De Silva feeds in this ball.
Now Rahul back to Nandila. Nandila has options in the form of Murshid Zubair. Zubair Dore puts in a long cutout pass. Zanazir Dilshan will speed his way onto the far corner. And that's try number 4. CRNFC.
Easy stuff for CRNFC. Zubair finding that gap and putting that long pass, and Janindra Dilshan with his fabulous footwork and putting CRNFC ahead. And he scores his 13th try, the highest try scorer of this season. That's another one to his tally. And as you see him replay, Nandila putting Zubair into space. Now a long pass to Dilshan. Now Dilshan slowing down and putting that side step and going all over for the 3rd try for CRNFC.
Wonderful bit of work from Janindra Dilshan. He decelerated at one point, looked for his options, and then accelerated his way onto the right corner. That gives him a good point of view to score that try. Janindra Dilshan, day by day, increasing his try scorers tally. Has 11. Has 13 tries. Beg your pardon. But this lad, he's been everywhere in this CRNFC attack.
He had that chance to go for the try himself, but looked at his chances and put that long pass. And Zubair now trying to put that kick through the sticks and at the extras. That's does not have the distance, so CRNFC increasing their tally to 22 points.
CRNFC very happy at the way things are going right now. Here you go, take a look at that. It's a try that you will continue to see. Take a look at Murshid Zubair. He could have shifted left and gone on his own, but then he found Janat Dilshan on the far corner. Good teamwork effort shown there by CRNFC. Here comes Umar Gunratna once again. We want to finish this first half without conceding. Now Gayan Zaman. Decent meters made from Gayan Zaman this game. Nandila still looking for space in the Army defense.
Offside.
Now Milan Veerasinghe, a lovely pop pass to Supun Vanakrasude. Needs to have support. Here comes Umar Gunratna. Gunratna needs support onto his right. And here comes Janindra Dilshan. Cuts inside, does the right thing. Now numbers on to his left. This is exciting play from CR. Now Rahul De Silva wants to shift directions. Quick ball needed for CRNFC, and in the meantime, right as I tell that, holding on is the call from referee Shankar Bekon. Good pressure by the Army forward Zupula Beratna, combining in that effort.
Good pass of play for CRNFC. Also their forwards getting their act together with Milan Veerasinghe and then Omalka, and offloading it to Janindra Dilshan, who looked to find a gap but unfortunately could not. And good pressure from Army and leaking that penalty from Janindra Dilshan. See Madhakethara this time doesn't get the touch they required.
CRNFC in a little bit of danger. Good pressure coming in from Chamat Fernando. Chamat Fernando right on top of that one. But referee will bring back play. There was a slight knock-on from the CRNFC player. So one final opportunity opening up for Army Sports Club.
That was a big mistake for Madagara not finding touch from that penalty. And this knock-on occurred when CRNFC tried to put that ball into the playing area. And Sharo Fernando is back and CRNFC is back to the full complementary of 15.
Exchanging pleasantries with the referee as well, Sharo Fernando.
That 10 minutes which Sharo spent on the bin, it has been 5-all for CRNFC.
Coach!
Now Chamat Fernando with the feed in. Another chance just before half-time. Ideal.
Fernando will go to Danuka Vijayatunga. Vijayatunga breaking, taken down by Rahul De Silva. Good defense from the number 9. Now Dilip Niroshan.
No.
Once again trapped in front of Shara Fernando. Now Chamat Fernando 15 directions. Goes to Tusil Senanayaka. Senanayaka once again caught up in that break. And once again, we were going to have another scrum, but referee says that is time. And that's the first half. CRNFC comprehensively in front, and Army Sports Club just scoring a single try in their attack. 5 points to 22. CRNFC definitely in front at this point at halftime.
Good play from CRNFC and taking the maximum out of the mistakes where Army piled on, gave away unwanted penalties as you see the halftime confirmation. CR leading 22 points to 5. It has been a
game where Army have just gifted away points and gifted away infringements. Infringement after infringement has been in against Army, and that's exactly why the scoreline says 22 points to 5. Army have a lot to talk about. I think Coach Radik Hettiarati will also have plenty full in the dressing room, and that's just disappointing to see from Army, because with a team of that stature, I think giving away penalties and costly handling errors, I think that changed the game entirely. This is how things kicked off in the first half.
Army kick-started the proceed, and here we saw Murshid Zubair adding that early 3 points for CRNFC, and Army continued to make mistakes as you see Omalka going through a few defenders, and finally this try coming from Milan Veerasekara there. This was the first try where CRNFC got things going. Milan Veerasekara going over for the try for CRNFC. Army struggling with their defense at that time, and Zubair adding the extras. And here we go, the second try. Dinuk Amarsekara going in, taking to defenders, and Murshid Zubair going under the post for the first try for him in this Dialog Rugby League, and he added the extras. And here Army coming back, Kausavo to Sudhara.
Pass from Kausavo, and Sudhara Dikkumar committing both Janadi Dilshan and Kevin Dixon there, and completely opening that space up for Isuru Madagedara. And this try, Murshid Zubair, wonderful bit of work from Zubair himself, puts in that long cutout pass to Janadi Dilshan, stops and starts back to accelerate. So Janid Dilshan making all the way, and this could have been CRNFC's 5th try, just that it could not have that legs to go all the way. So there you go, that's how the first half ends, 22 points to 5 in favor of CRNFC. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back we'll have action from the second half.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
There is nothing quite like the Six Nations, where emotion flows, pride bursts, and talent soars.
Wow, absolute wow.
Get caught up in the tournament that stops the nations.
You cannot take your eyes off this game for a moment. It's a fairy tale finish.
Watch Six Nations on Rugby Pass TV.
A tradition that dates back over a century. Chaos that captures your heart and soul. An extravaganza you cannot miss. A new decade of familiar madness. March Madness 2020. Exclusive coverage on ThePapare.com.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
The Six Nations, where emotion flows, pride bursts, and talent soars.
Wow, absolute wow.
Watch Six Nations on Rugby Pass TV.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
Welcome back to live pictures on your number one sports hub, ThePapare.com, and we are here at Welisara, bringing the second half of the CRNFC Army encounter. Replacements coming in for Army Sports Club. The captain Manoj Bandara has been brought in. CRNFC yet to make a change in this game. These are Rafaidin kicking things off. Will go into the hands of Danuka Vijayatunga. Samath Fernando has been taken out, and Manoj Bandara comes in to join the Bandara combination. Asan Bandara and Manoj Bandara combining at the halves. Army Sports Hub will need to clear this one, ensure his team is out of danger. Manoj Bandara wants to give his forwards a little yards, giving a better angle to Madagedara. Here comes Isuru Madagedara with the clearance kick. Not the best of kicks from Madagedara. Kicking to touch has not been his forte so far in this game. Now CRNFC with a chance. Rahul out to Jaya. So they've got 4 tries under their belt. 22 points. Lead of over 12 points. Lead of over 17 points. 4 tries. So the ideal option will be to go for the line. Now try to see if they could get in some more tries in this game, and try to take this game as much as away from Army Sports Club. In the meantime, fresh legs coming in for CRNFC as well. Jero Dhananjay joins the field in place of Shamal Veerasekara.
Good throw from Supun Warnakulu Surya. Now CRNFC getting their rolling ball right, an advantage coming for them. Ball is with Warnakulu Surya. Rahul De Silva asking for the ball, and a knock forward from Shah Fernando there.
But referee will bring back play for the initial infringement. Once again, a little bit of a miscommunication in that rolling ball. Rahul De Silva also demanding the ball. Shah Fernando also trying to go forward. So the penalty coming in good cause. Looks like Captain Gunaratna wants to go for a second chance.
And that chance, previous opportunity, Supun Warnakulu didn't want to give the ball out, so he knew that the rolling ball was going forward. And now they have another chance to repeat the same tactic as Warnakulu Surya giving the orders to his fellow front row and the forwards. It's a crucial time for Army. It will be very hard if they concede here. And Warnakulu Surya getting the throw right now. CR not opting for that line out.
Nandila thumping hit on him from Kausau. Now CR looking for quick ball. Omar Gunrath acting as halfback. Here comes Kevin Dixon. Dixon tries to step in one. Goes to ground this time. And there you go. That's the infringement.
Coming from the sides, says referee Shankar there.
Omar Gunratna very disappointed from his effort. I think this was a definite opportunity opening up for CRNFC.
Now Madagedara getting a good 20 meters forward for Army. And looking at that penalty, here we go. Kevin Dixon going through one, but finally brought down, and Omar Gunrath
Omar Gunaratne, the culprit, that time he knows the infringement. Pressure line out for Dilip Niroshan this time. Gets it clean into the hands of Manoj Abhiratne. Advantage played once again in favour of Army. It's best that Army use this advantage and try to take their play into their attacking half. Now Bandara out to Kausar. Kausar comes crashing through the middle. And once again referee will bring back play for the initial infringement. Army Sports Club infringing in that ruck there.
Few argy-bargy stuff going from there. The man Shara Fernando there, who gave away that initial penalty.
Shara Fernando once again caught in a lot of trouble.
No.
So it looks like that's going to be the second offense, Shara Fernando. There you go, that's the red card shown for Shara Fernando. He was warned earlier as well. And the second infringement, he's been sent out. So CRNFC downsized to 14 players. CRNFC forced to play the next few minutes of this game with 14 players.
I mean, it's a good advantage in this coming 34 minutes in this game. Going for a long ball, Rahul Dilip collected. Now Omalka offloads it to Nandil. Now to Janitha Dilshan running through.
Here comes Kevin Dixon once again. Dixon trying to get running laterally. Needed to send that pass properly, or he could have gone to ground and kept the ball with himself and then played the second phase. Instead, he wanted to put in that ball, and that cost them a try.
And now when Army tried to spread it, CRNFC knocked it forward. So Army getting the ball back. And in the last few minutes after the Shah's red card, CR defense has been a bit struggling to cope up with this Army pressure.
But what a phase of rugby it was. First of all, CRNFC taking the better of. There you go, take a look at that. Manoj Bandar back to Ashan Bandar. Ashan Bandar is very good at doing that, spotting the space, going through the middle. And Lahir Ratnagar did the right thing. I think he should have, instead of going left, he could have gone right. There was support opening up and could have held on to that ball a little bit more longer.
Not the right option taken there by Army Sports Club. But they will get the position back. And another chance to crack at this CR forward pack who's playing with 7. And Army, ideal chance to dominate the scrums. Army Sports Club getting few chances after the Shah red card. And now CRNFC is the team who's making the mistakes.
CRNFC forced to play a shot in the scrum.
Set, ready.
Ideal opportunity for Army Sports Club. Here comes Danuk Vijayatunga, very composed at the back of that scrum, trying to take his team forward. There's the advantage coming. So here comes Manoj Bandara, attacking opportunity opening up for Army. They should make maximum use of it. Madhagadara now takes his team inside the 22. Once again Ashan Bandara trying to go on his own. This time Lahir Ratnagar. Now Bandara once again not the best of passes. Still ball with Army. Isru Madhagadara doing very well to keep that ball alive for the soldiers. Bandara once again giving his forwards. There's no real movement there. And here comes Manoj Bandara, right as I tell that. Taking his team inside the 22. Dick Kumar acting as halfback. And there you go. Army Sports Club infringing. This time it was Ashan Bandara, not a player. Not Ashan Bandara, stature to miss balls like that, but referee will bring back play for the initial infringement.
Army having another chance to hit back at this CR defense. This time Rahul De Silva is down for CRNFC.
Looks like there are replacements coming in for CRNFC.
Number one. Wait, take Alan by now, retire in. Take Alan by now, retire in. Hits up. Wait, take Alan. Wait.
So referee having a quick word with the front row of CRNFC. In the meantime, CRNFC on the verge of making another replacement. Looks like Riza Mubarak is about to make his way on the field. Wait and see how long it will take for Mubarak to make his way. Wonderful kick there from Army Sports Club that time.
Red number 11.
Red number 11. Replacements for CRNFC. Riza Mubarak.
11 change.
Reza Rafaidin is the one who's going out, Inshaf.
Interesting switch there. So if Riza Mubarak comes into the side, he'll be playing at fullback, and Kevin Dixon will be switching to the wing.
Wait.
Just a quick update about ThePapare.com. You'll get an opportunity to watch all of exciting school, club and national level sport. All you need to do is subscribe to ThePapare.com, and it's going to be very reasonable as well. We'll come back to that in a little bit. In the meantime, here comes Army Sports Club with the rolling maul. CRNFC giving their life to defend this rolling maul. Dilip Niroshan. Now Manoj Bandara out to Ashan Bandara. Ashan Bandara goes into contact, keeps the ball within play. Lahir Ratnagar this time. Now Manoj Bandara going on his own, trying to gain the maximum meters for his team. The referee once again will bring back play for the infringement.
Few penalties conceded in quick succession. Now Army takes a quick tap, tries to barge through that CRNFC defense. Has he gone over the line? The referee saying it's held up there. And he's gonna...
Looks like referee wants to have a chat with the assistant referee Dhanuka Vijay Tilaka that time, taking the quick tap, going all the way. So no try.
10 meters on the line.
So no try, and CR did not retrieve the 10 meters there to stay in the try line. And now here we go again. Army taking the quick tap, trying to run through this CR line. Bandara now instructing his forwards. Now into the to Madhuranga, just inches short. Bandara to Ashan Bandara to Kausao, passes through one, tries to offload it. Bandara shows and goes, and he goes over the line. That's a beautiful try for Army, and that was coming in Shafa in the second half. Kausao playing an integral part there, busting that CR player and offloading it to Bandara, who showed and went through the gap.
Hard-earned try coming in for Ashan Bandara. Kausao shrugging off Dinu Kamarasinghe. You don't shrug off Dinu Kamarasinghe very often, and finding space to Ashan Bandara. Bandara was trying his level best to bring this score up, and finally Ashan Bandara gets over the scoreline, and Army Sports Club get their second try.
Important try at an important time. Here we go, another replay. Kausao shrugging off Dinu Kamarasinghe. Now here Bandara shows and goes, and that tackle from Janat Dishan was not good enough to stop Ashan Bandara from going over. And now Madagaskar has an ideal chance to cut the deficit down to 10 points with his conversion. The last few minutes, CRNFC has been the struggling outfit in this game. Dominating after that red card incident. And we have a game in our hands as Madagaskar look to add the extras.
Once again, Isu Madagaskar continues to not get his kicks right. Usually a decent kicker in his caliber. So Army Sports Club slowly but surely climbing up in that points tally, 10 points 22. CRNFC slowly backpedaling in the meantime. Take a look at that. Tomasi Kausau shrugs off one player, then puts in that wonderful offload. Nashan Bandara simply outwitting Ziza Mubarak as well. Mubarak tried to go left instead. Ashan Bandar went right through the gate. Score that second try. So new look CR brought in a few replacements. Indura Ranatunga also making his way in the front row.
High hanging kick up from Mubarak. Collected there by Manoj Bandara now. Ashan Bandara getting few meters forward for Army. And it has been the other side of the game where Army gave away penalties and mistakes in the first half, and now it has been CRNFC, and they have been warned that few more penalties in the next few minutes could result in a yellow card, as you see Ashan Bandara down.
That's not good news for Army. Bandara has been Army's playmaker ever since 2015. Was charged down in that kick. So once again, things not looking good for CRNFC. Referee has
only penalty. Penalty.
There was a late tackle. We'll wait and see if we have a replay of that incident.
It was Jero Dhananjay who put on that late charge on Ashan Bandar.
Penalty. Ball
the penalty being awarded where the ball landed. From that kick, Army get about 20 meters forward, and now with penalty they can move further forward where Madagaskar will look to take his team. Takes team over the 40-meter line. See a replay.
What happened? Take a look at that.
Yellow number 19 no.
Coming crashing towards
Yellow number 19 no.
Ashan Bandara very late.
Yellow 19.
Yellow card. Wait. Player safety is of utmost importance, but nevertheless, good to continue.
Army with the free throwing, going up to the big 5 there. Maul being created. Army now looking to gain the meters forward with this rolling maul as they go forward. Good passage of play from Army. Now Bandara looking for option. Now to Ashan. Ashan tries to go by himself, being held up by Kalindunandila. Now Bandara changing the direction and knock forward coming. Good collection from Omaka. Now Sia must place this game to their own place. Rahul Silva with the box kick there. Finally collected by Army. Good pressure from Kevin Dixon and the Army player. Now Bandara looking to run from their own 22. The replacement.
13 knock on. 13.
Knock forward advantage. CRNC are piling up with their minutes. Giving the
Number 13.
From Janindra Shandya.
Advantage, held on to the ball, made sure his team had the right to the ball in that first occasion. To the right location as planned by was right there onto it. So once again, an update about our YouTube channel. You know that we've got videos of over 6,000 plus videos on our YouTube channel. So everything from club rugby, everything from schools cricket, schools rugby, and mind you, all the match replay. If you missed out on a majority of this match, make sure you could go to the YouTube channel to watch this once again.
And in Sri Lanka, every sports, anything regarding sports, you can catch through the YouTube site. All the press conferences, highlights, March Madness coming up, all the team previews. And we have started to preview the schools rugby league also, so you can catch all the previews of the school teams on our YouTube channel. And we come back to play here at Welisara, where Army on the front foot and CRNFC backpedaling after that. Shara Fernando red card. He has taken
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
To feed into the scrum. To run from the own 22 meter, knowing that they are still chasing this game. Trying to leak that penalty from the scrum. Ball out, says referee. Good collection from the number 34 Army. Tries to run. Jethilaka. Pandara now. To Ashan. Kausawa. Trying to run is Army. Return kick by Madhushanka Chandrasekhar. Misses on that kick. And now finally being Bandla into touch. Kosia takes a quick line out. Army trying to run. Bandara here. Looking for his options. Passes on to Sudaraka Digumura. Pass back in now. Army putting on the pressure on CRNFC. And a knock forward, unfortunate knock forward from Madhushanka Chandrasekhar there. Unfortunately, good passage of play for Army coming to end. And CRNFC backpedaling after that incident and now giving away unwanted penalties and mistakes in this game. But that early lead in this half, here we go. Quick line out from Lahiru Ratnayaka to the centre. Sena Nayaka looking for options. Sudarka Digpubra cuts back in a good angle. But here we go. See the Chandrasekhar knock forward. Trying to use it quickly. Knocks it on, unfortunately. And now CRNFC has a chance to go out of jail. They've been struggling in the second half. Taking on these soldiers who have played a better brand of rugby in this 18 minutes or so in the second half. Rahul De Silva to Risa Mubarak with his boot.
Mubarak doing what he does best. So if Army Sports Club are able to score one more back-to-back, so that should ease in this game out as well. And they're going to come up with, if they could line their points up to 17 points, I think that's going to ease out their pressure as well and put CRNFC on the edge, because they've always had that comfortable 12-point lead right throughout the game. And once that's gone away, I think CRNFC are going to tremble and they're going to take in the pressure. So Army Sports Club will have a better edge in this game.
Number 8.
And CRNFC on the other hand has not been the team who played the first half. Been struggling in this second half. Let's see a good pressure from Sia Udarga, and they're missing out on that chance. Now the Kumbura trying to run from their own 22 meter. Offloads it to Kausawa. Passes to two defenders. Go through another. He's opened up. Has options left to right. Offloads it to Dikumbura. Dikumbura to the number 23. That's Ratnayaka, Lahiru Ratnayaka going over And as he spoke, Inshaf, Army striking back in
Just
style.
like that, Tomasi Kausao making that break, finds Dikkumura. Wonderful bit of work from Sudhara Dikkumura. Sends the ball out to Lahiru Ratnayaka. And Lahiru Ratnayaka makes a break for it. And wonderful bit of work. Definitely should be one of our tries of the week. And Lahiru Ratnayaka, second try for this lad. And he's opened this game wide open. We were speaking about it just now, Lilan. And this try is going to make sure that this game is once again on a competitive. Take a look at that. Tomasi Kausao, look at that strength with Kausao. Breaks through the middle, just breaking through the middle, and sends the ball to Sudhara Dikkumura. Dikkumura knew he could not go all the way and sends the ball to Lahiru Ratnayaka. Ratnayaka almost fumbled that ball, but had it all to go all the way, and wonderful try that was. And this is importantly, this should be a very crucial kick for Isuru Madhya. He needs to get this right. And if he does get this right, I think Army Sports Club are back in this game.
Crucial kick in this context of this game. Army coming strong in the second half. And CRNF is struggling in this first quarter of the second half. An important kick. Madhya missed out on the two previous conversions. And it's a crucial time for him to
Captain also having trust with Madhya to make sure that he gets this one right.
Goes to his kick and curls it away, unfortunately for Army.
Are we going to see something that we saw on Friday? Nilhan, kicks being missed. And here you go, this is one of the tries that you will savour for the rest of this Dialog Rugby League. Tomasi Kausao looks for options. He goes for the right direction. He saw two players running in support onto his right, and Lahiru Ratnayaka does the finishing duties. Wonderful bit of work from Kausao. Kausao has been everywhere in the attack, in defense, and everywhere. I think he's deservedly been Army's number one go-to player. Pressures on CRNFC. Once again, good contest on the field. Referee says it's all good to go. Sudhara Dikkumura contesting for the ball now. Supun Vanukula Surya, advantage played in favour of CRNFC. Nandila looking for space. Khalid Nandila puts in once again one of his cheeky passes. Gayan Zaman is right there to collect that ball. Once again. Indura Bimsara going into contact, keeping the ball available for Rahul De Silva. Now Riza Mubarak, not so Riza Mubarak, but that wouldn't matter because referee will bring back play for the initial infringement for offside. And ideally, I think if CRNFC could come away from this moment with some points, I think that should once again even out the tension between the two sides. Madhya has costed the team. Had he got those three conversions right, Army would have been 21 points, 22.
That's the crucial thing that CHNFC missed out on Friday, missing out 4 conversions. The youngster hitting the uprights board twice, and now, as you said, in sharp, CRNFC going for the safe option of 3 points.
I saw him, saw Riza Mubarak taking his kicks early on in the practice runs from a similar angle. I think should be easy going for Mubarak based on his playing standards. He was taking kicks in a tight angle than that, so this should be easy going for the experienced Mubarak.
Mubarak coming in to the game in the second half. This experience matters a lot, and a crucial kick in this crucial time of play.
Mubarak has the distance, has the direction, and once again CRNFC extending their scoreline, and CRNFC moves to 25 points, and Riza Mubarak has always been a reliable option with his boot, and he'll continue to do so.
That kick takes the CRNFC lead for 10 points forward, as you see another replay of that Riza Mubarak penalty. Calm and quietly putting it through the bisects. Army now chasing the game. 10 points adrift of CRNFC.
Okay.
ThePapare is starting a long kick into CR22. Mubarak putting the ball to touch and taking his team towards the halfway line.
Once again, I think it's important for Army Sports Club to keep that momentum with themselves. Soon after Kausao scored that try, I think Army Sports Club had a rejuvenated spirit in themselves playing this game. So that's what's important for Army, not to lose that rhythm they've been playing. If they could hold on to that and keep that usual playing rhythm, I think scoring on the next break shouldn't be too much of a problem.
So important that they score next, as you mentioned. For CRNFC, they need to keep this game at arm's length. 10 points. Army must score twice. Unfortunately, that line out not working out for Army. Getting few meters backwards. And now they are gonna try to run from their own. A long pass from Ashan Bandara there. Army backpedaling and giving away another penalty. An ideal chance for Isa Mubarak to add another 3 points from the same angle.
Omar Gunratne trying to play a little bit cheeky there, knew that he had the advantage and the Army players were not retaliating 10 meters. So looks like there is a bit of an issue with the Army player this time, Dilip Niroshan. In fact, that was Shanaga Lakmal who's in a little bit of a problem. Just a quick update about the Dialog View Hub. Sri Lanka's largest video collection, from entertainment to sport to lifestyle, everything is in one app, the Dialog View app. Make sure you download the Dialog View app on the Google Play Store, also available on the Apple App Store, and you're going to open yourself to thousands of hours of unlimited content in terms of video content, Nilhan. One of the best platforms in the country. So mind you, if you're not downloading that app, downloading the Dialog View app, you're missing out on a lot of action, a lot of video content. So do make sure you download the Dialog View app. And also the Dialog Rugby League highlights will also be live on Dialog View app. And mind you, it's entirely data free, so it's a good option for anyone who's willing to watch on the go. In the meantime, Riza Mubarak will once again see to a repeat of what he did right in the earlier move.
And this to further increase the lead for CRNFC. Army has given few penalties in this last 3 or 4 minutes, and this has come back to hurt them, as Riza added the 3 points previously, and he has another chance to add it from the same angle. A bit of meters behind, I think 5 meters more from that previous kick, maybe about 27 meters with the angle, and this to increase the lead to 13 points. The experienced campaigner concentrates on his kick, and now to add the 3 points that goes through the sticks. So that's another 3-pointer for Riza Mubarak, and CRNFC has a 13-point lead.
And there you go, just like that, the pressure has been easing out from CRNFC and Riza Mubarak. What a luxury to have a player like this on the field, Nilhan. Some player who could clear any amount of meters given to him, any challenge in terms of kicking. And Riza Mubarak does exactly that. And Army Sports Club once again are backpedaling. Now Rahul De Silva puts the ball back to Mubarak. Mubarak puts in a high hanging kick. He knows he cannot kick this out on the full. Back to Kausao. Kausao looks for options. Kausao has numbers onto his right. Has Lai Ratnaika, the try scorer. Here comes Kausao. The dangerous play from Army Sports Club. Tomasi Kausao. Needed to have a better support line that time from Army. Lai Ratnaika missing out on his move. Now Manoj Bandara. Back to Upula Beratna. Trying to give his forwards a go. But just say that I think referee, for precautionary measures, has paused play because there is a player on the ground who is getting medical attention. Danuka Vijayatunga that time wearing the scrum cap. He's the number 8 of the Army side. In the meantime, on to your right, Dinu Kamarasinghe is also getting a little bit of medical attention.
It was a head injury for Vijayatilaka.
Danuka Vijayatilaka that time, the number 30. Looks like he is in no way of continuing the game. Decent game for Vijayatilaka, I would say. Was at the back of that scrum many occasions, held on to favor those attacks from CR. Scored a try. Very decent game. Danuka Vijayatilaka will need to improve on his form in the coming few weeks. We are on to the final 10 minutes of play right now. Army Sports Club, they'll need to get their game plan right if they need to turn things around. So far, it has been a swing-some battle. They've been lucky at any occasion to creep in those grabs, but beyond that, I think they've not been too impressive.
Yes, CRNFC in the second half gave away unwanted penalties, and that brought Army into this game. Other than that, Army has been struggling throughout the game with these penalties and handling errors.
So Dinu Kamarasinghe looks like he will also not finish the remainder of the game. He'll be gone out for a head injury assessment, HIA. In the meantime, while he is getting himself fixed outside the CRNFC, will be bringing in fresh legs in the form of Harit Bandara. So by the looks of it, Bandara will switch to the wing, and Janadu Dilshan will join Murshid Zubair at the midfield.
Last 10 minutes of play. This is what we spoke earlier.
Coach.
The fitness levels will come into the test.
Set.
Has another chance, a crucial chance which they must go through to stay in this game as they trail by 13 now. Bandara to Ashan Bandara to Kausavu. Tries to run through 3 defenders, offloads it to Chandrasekhar. Now Army with the ball. Bandara to Ashan. He puts in his forward play into contact. And they give away another penalty.
You can see the celebration in the CR forward pack. They know they've done their job right.
Good work from Wajid for me there, putting on the pressure on that Army player and leaking that penalty for me.
This time Riza Mubarak has made a blunder with that kick. Sachin Gamage is right there. In fact, that was Lahir Ratnayaka running from his own try line. Here comes Madhushan Chandrasekhar. Kick goes into the hands of Omar Gunratna. Omar puts in a basketball pass to Riza Mubarak. Riza Mubarak replicates that. Here comes Janat Dilshan once again. Dilshan still going. Finally brought to ground. Now CRNFC trying to slow things down, trying to play it at their own pace. It's the final phase of the match. That's the aggression that Army Sports Club will give you.
Army needs to pick the things up. They are chasing this game. Quick tap taken. And now look to run through his Bandara, and his offload been intercepted there by Wajid Fawmi, and a penalty for a high shot. And Army has to take it quickly from here. 7 minutes more on the clock. And CRNFC also must try to get the 4th try that they're chasing.
So 3 tries for CR in that 28. Now opportunity opening up for Army Sports Club replacement. Hooker Ijaz Ahmed will need to make sure he gets his line out right. Dilip and Hiroshan had a decent game with the line outs.
19.
The Army back line desperately waiting, and looks like Dinu Kamar Singh is good to continue for the remainder of the game. Harit Bandara exits the field. Time for us to also decide on the player of the match. Nizan will wait for the 75th minute mark, see if police can create a turnaround.
Army must look to be.
Here comes Manoj Bandara back to Ashan Bandara. Now numbers opening up. Malshan Chansekara to Kumasi Kausao. Kausao switching direction.
Back.
Once again, Army using their forwards in the place of Ranjan Jayaratna. Now Manoj Bandara back to Ashan Bandara. Long cutout pass to Sudara Dikkumara. Dikkumara is chasing. There is no sweeper there, and Dikkumara will get a wonderful try. He'll go right under the post, and this time Ishurma Devara cannot miss this.
They have to take it quickly. They need to score again, and Dikkumara scoring it now. Army still not showing that urgency. They know they are chasing this game. Madhagedara needs to take this conversion quickly. And straight away he goes through the sticks. A quick
this
conversion.
time it was not Madhagedara, it was Sachin Gamage with the conversion. In fact, it was Lahiru Ratnayaka.
Game on here at Welisara. Here we go. Kick and chase from Sudaraka Dikkumara, and he collects the ball and he goes under the post. And CRNFC.
Sudara Dikkumara, Sri Lanka National Sevens represent. That's exactly why he was picked for the National Sevens squad as well. Quick thinking from Dikkumara as well. One of the tries he'll remember. But from here on, I think Army Sports Staff will have to go all out for the next few minutes if they need to take a turn or make a turnaround in this game.
High hanging kick up from CRNFC.
Collected by Army. That time Tarindu Bandara, replacement flanker. Once again, Kausao waiting for an option. Here comes Tomasi Kausao, not the best of options opening up for Kausao. Still going. Wonderful work rate from Tomasi Kausao in that Army team. Now Lahiru Ratnayaka that time. That was Sachin Gamage, the replacement. Now Manoj Bandara fighting his way with Gayan Dilshan. Army Sports Club slowing things and trying to play it at their pace. Now Lahiru Ratnayaka, and there you go, that's the aggression coming in. And once again,
I think Greece are taking the ball and telling I'll go for the sticks in this last few minutes.
I think CRNFC doing the right thing, trying to run that clock down. We saw Tarindra Ratwat doing the same thing yesterday. Tomasi Kausao taking a breather behind the goal post. He's done a tremendous job today for Army, just that his team will not see the end of the winning side today. Based on the way things are going at the moment, we're having something less than 2 minutes. Rizal Mubarak knows exactly the timing he has. He'll take all the time he has, make maximum use of it before he kicks this one.
Third penalty for him, Mubarak. Kicks through, and that's through. That's another 3 points for CRNFC and for Riza Mubarak, and they take their lead to 9 points. And
here
now
comes the replacement, comes in the form of Steven Sivaraj, makes his comeback onto the club rugby playing field after sitting out due to injury. Riza Mubarak, 3 out of 3, a perfect score for Mubarak. And it's time for us to decide on the player of the match. Nilhan. I think Tomasi Kausao was impressive for Army Sports Club, but just that unfortunately he's not been able to end up on the winning side. But then there were efforts coming in from the CRNFC forwards, Gayan Jayaman, Wajid Fahmy doing their level best, winning those turnovers. I think those forwards deserve some credit for their effort.
Especially Gayan Jayaman playing a big game after that Shara Fernando red card, putting on the tackles. As you see, he does it again, and I think he should be a man of the match, Inshaf.
There you go, Gayan Jayaman, the Papare Dialog View player of the match.
And now
I think there's a good credit should go also to Kausao. Fought a losing fight. Still going Army. And here comes CRNFC with the counter attack. Kevin Dixon has one player to beat. It's been taken down by Army. Advantage played in favor of CR. Final move. CR looking for that bonus point try. They know how important the bonus point try is. Still going the Reds. Harit Bandara comes in as Riza Mubarak. Riza Mubarak puts in a cheeky kick. Has he got the direction right? Sudhara Dikkumbara right there on point, but by the looks of it, the referee will bring back play for the initial infringement.
I think CR should go for that touch and try to get this bonus point right.
Riza Mubarak calming things down. He knows exactly what to do. Takes a breather. He knows that they need to go for touch. Will do just that for CR. So one final option remaining for CRNFC. Wonderful fight back from Army. Just that those early handling mistakes, those early infringements came to haunt them in the last few minutes.
Especially the first half, the poor performance in the first half. And the comeback, I think they were too short, and the missed conversions also. Three conversions should have made it 28-31. Would have a game in our hands. To see Varnakula Surya puts in two and collected by Omarka, trying to run on his own. Few meters short.
Here comes the CR forwards. One final grasp. Numbers opening up for CR. Going for the short side this time. Now Sivaraj. Sivaraj fumbles and slips, but retains the ball for the Reds. Gayan Jayaman rallying and asking for the ball. This time he puts in a cheeky kick. Harit Bandara missed out on the kick, but that should be the game. It was quite unnecessary that time. Referee penalizing Army Sports Club once again. Tanus Pushukumara, and now Riza Mubarak will go for touch once more.
Another chance for CRNFC. Last time they couldn't form that rolling maul, and I hope this time they will go for that maul, as the players are even in both sides, 14 each. And one last chance for Supun Varnakula Surya. Sia looking for that bonus point right. Wajid Fahmy could not collect it again. An accidental offside there. Giving the ball back to Army. Or if he says there's a few more seconds to be played. CRNFC missing out on two opportunities for that bonus point try. As you see, Fahmy could not collect it, and Omalka going straight into contact with Supun Varnakula Surya there. Unfortunately, an accidental offside.
5, 6, steady. Step out.
Now Army looking to get out of jail. Sia would try.
There you go, the scum has been wheeled. So referee still having a little bit of time remaining in his clock in this game.
Sia would try to put on some additional pressure on this Army scrum. They know that the importance of this bonus point. Now this time Army trying to run from their own try line. Ashan Bandar been held by CRNFC.
Our options opening up for Army. Here comes Sudhara Kumara on the open side this time. Army giving all what they have until the full time whistle. This wonderful spirit of playing from the soldiers. Something that all clubs can take is that Army Sports Club are not giving up. They still want to go for those points, and that's impressive to see from the soldiers. And penalty once again in favor of Army Sports Club.
Offside infringement there. Army will try to go
Here comes Kausau having one last go at the CRNFC defense.
Chandrasekhar.
Ratnayaka out to Manoj Bandara. Bandara puts in a cheeky pass to Kumara. Kumara trying to see some space on the far corner. Does not find any. And that should be the game. After moments of continuous playing, I think the game finally comes to a close. You can see the exhaustion in both sides, CRNFC and Army Sports Club. What a game we had, Nilhan. A game that we thought was going to go one-sided at one point of the game, I think simply changed directions. And kudos to Army for coming back and giving that fight. But once again, those first phase mistakes that they committed came back to haunt them.
Especially that, as you mentioned, in of the first half mistakes, they had the chances. I think the missed conversions also came back to haunt the soldiers. And CRNFC, after a thrilling game, and Risa Mubarak's experience showing the things, how should it be done, as 3 penalties from similar angles, and he got his team over the line.
This man, Shara Fernanda, will not be a happy man after this game. After sitting out the game last week, he won't be a happy man to continuously sit out on a few matches. But in the meantime, well played to CRNSC. Good delivery, I think. Khan, Nandila, Murshid, Zubair, all these players stepped up today. I think that's a good mark for and a good indication on what's to come for these players, because all these players are just young and they are out here with a purpose, and they are actually delivering for the coach's expectations before they go to Kandy, and that's going to be a cracking encounter, and that's going to be a pressure situation coming up for CR and FC.
If CR can get their defense sorted out at Kandy, they could give a challenge to the defending champions, this young outfit. I think the backs played well, and CR and FC deservingly winning this game at Bun, but unfortunately could not get that extra bonus point they were after in this game. But finally, a win is a win for the London Place side. It's the full-time confirmation. CNFC 31, Army 22. CR led at half-time, where Army just scored 5 points and they came back with good fight, but was too short, as 3 penalties from Reza Mubarak was good enough for the Richards to clinch another victory. Here we go, the highlights of the second half. CRNFC started things, and here we go. Army scored the game. Kausao barging off Amrasekhar there, and now Ashan Bandara going through the gap and scoring for Army. Here we go again. Kausao going through Dixon and Amar Singh, and looking for options. Sudharka Kumara, and then offloading the ball to Ratnaik to go over and score another try for Army. And from here onwards, it was Riza Mubarak who came in as a replacement for Rafaidin, and adding 3 penalties in quick succession and ensuring that the CRNFC won the game. And this was some individual brilliance from Sudharka Kumbura to finish the game off with a try. As Army scored 4 tries in this game, they get a bonus point for that. And Risa Mubarak finally finishing it off with a penalty. Hard-earned victory for CRNFC. As you see, Army 4 tries, 1 conversion. That conversions was the big impact in this game. If they had that conversions, they could have challenged the London players outfit. And for CR, 3 tries, 2 conversions from Murshid Zubair, and 4 penalties, 3 from Risa. And the player of the match, the Dialog View player of the match, Gayan Dilshan, who played a fascinating game, and he took the responsibility after the red card for Sharfonen. And here is what in store for us next week. Havelock's taking on Navy. That's on Friday. That's the night game. Then Police Army at Police Park. That could be a close encounter. And CHNFC and Air Force playing for that wooden spoon. Go ahead at Racecourse on Saturday. And then we have a big game at Nithavala. This young CRNFC outfit will go to challenge the champions at their own den in Nithavala. And that should be a cracking encounter for look forward for us here at ThePapare.com. And after a thrilling game here at Welisara, we say goodbye from the technical and production team. Myself.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර්, සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ. Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.